They say peace is the goal. They talk about calm, about rest, about letting go. But me, well, they did not bother me. I learned to become something the world could never break. You want peace? Then stay in your comfort zone. Wrap yourself in lies. Pretend that softness saves you. Pretend that weakness isn't a choice. Pretend that survival isn't earned in fire. But I want war. I crave it, because war made me. War fed me when the world left me starving. War raised me when peace abandoned me. And war is the reason I'm still standing. You see, the ones who fear the fight never make it far. They think they can avoid the struggle, outwit the grind, skip the pain. But pain is the process, and only those who suffer, truly suffer, rise with power in their veins. I didn't choose the war, it chose me. When life cracked my chest open and poured in the cold, when silence was louder than any scream, when betrayal turned my spine into steel, that's when I stopped wishing for peace and started preparing for battle. They told me to stay calm, to be patient, to wait my turn, but I realized something they never will. There is no turn, there is no mercy, there is no peace in a world that only respects dominance. That's this, and I started building, not for applause, not for love, but for war. Because in this life there are two kinds of people, the ones who kneel and the ones who conquer. I've bled for this mindset. I've watched everything fall. My plans, my trust, my identity. And in that ruin, I found my clarity. Myself out under fire. I once heard a riot, didn't I? Inside the silence, inside the shadows, inside the pain they never saw. Signs the silence. Inside the pain they never saw. Inside the silence, the color of a mother. Then run. Hide. Shrink. But don't stand in my way. Because I don't walk like them, I march. Every step is war paint. Every breath is fire. When they see a challenge, they flinch. When I see it, I smile. Because peace didn't build me. Peace didn't sharpen my mind. Peace didn't test my soul. War did. They told me, calm down. Don't be so intense. Take it easy. But what they don't understand is easy never made monsters. And I wasn't born to be soft. I was born to rise through chaos, to look into the abyss and smile, to feel fear and move anyway. They want peace because they fear what they could become if they let go of comfort. But I've already let go. I've burned the map, torn down the walls, destroyed everything that once made me safe. Because safety is a lie. It's the drug they sell to keep you quiet, to keep you weak, to keep you controlled. You want peace? Then you better be ready to kneel, because peace is not given to the strong. It's the gift the powerful allow the weak to have. But I don't want what they allow. I take what's mine. I am not calm. I am not patient. I am not waiting for someone to give me a chance. I am the storm, the chaos they warned you about, the violence behind the silence. When you've been through real darkness, when you've stood in a room so quiet that even your heartbeat sounds like thunder, You change. You stop chasing dreams, you start chasing domination. They speak of balance, but what they really mean is compromise. And I don't compromise. I don't dilute my rage. I weaponize it. Because every failure, every scar, every moment, I was broken. That was training. Every betrayal, fuel. Every rejection, proof that peace is for those who've never been truly tested. I don't just want to win. I want to break the system that told me I couldn't. And if that means becoming everything they fear, good. Let them fear me. Because the truth is, they don't fear violence. They fear what happens when someone like me learns to master it. This world doesn't reward the nice. It doesn't hand out prizes to the polite. It bows to the relentless. It kneels to the obsessed. It fears the one who refuses to stop. So, while they sit around hoping for peace, and I sharpen my mind like a blade, I condition my soul like a weapon. I prepare for war, not someday, not in theory, but right now, because war is always coming. And when it does, I won't be surprised. I'll be ready. You see, most people are sleepwalking, drifting through life with eyes half open, hearts half dead. They chase comfort like it's a virtue. They worship ease like it's sacred. But I've buried that weakness. I'm not here to live like them. I'm not here to exist. I'm here to conquer. I don't romanticize suffering, but I respect it. Because it made me who I am. The fire didn't burn me, it forged me. They want soft mornings and sweet affirmations. I want blood on my hands and silence in my mind. I want the kind of discipline that would break them in minutes. They scroll, I strike. They talk, I train. They fantasize, I execute. This world doesn't belong to the dreamers anymore. It belongs to the doers. The ones who are too insane to quit, too stubborn to fold, too dangerous to break. You want peace? You better hide behind 1,000 rules and 1,000,000 excuses. Because where I walk, peace is just the silence before the eruption. And when it erupts, it's already too late. There's a war going on. Not just in the streets, not just on the front lines, but inside you. A war between who you are and who you were meant to become. Me? I fight that war daily, and I will win it daily, because I made a deal with the darkest parts of me. I recruit them. My demons don't haunt me. They march with me. You can't hurt a man who's already embraced the worst of himself. You can't defeat someone who doesn't fear death, because he already died and came back sharper. I've been in rooms where silence screamed louder than gunshots. I've seen loyalty dissolve into betrayal. I've felt the cold touch of failure. Not once, but 1,000 times. And still, I rise. Not because I'm special, but because I refuse to stay down. They built walls. I turned them into stepping stones. They tried to bury me. I turned the dirt into armor. This isn't motivation. This is declaration. This is war. You want peace? Then get out of my way. Because I'm not here to negotiate. I'm here to dominate. Let me tell you something brutal. This world doesn't give you what you deserve. It gives you what you're willing to take. No one's coming to save you. No hero is flying down from the clouds. No light at the end of the tunnel unless you ignite it yourself. And while they're still hoping for signs, still praying for luck, I've been sharpening my mind, tightening my grip, and building my empire brick by brutal brick. You want peace? You better build it on your knees, because I don't kneel. I don't bow. I stand. I fight. I endure. You want calm waters? Then stay out of the storm. Don't complain when nothing moves, when nothing changes, when your life feels like a still lake, dead on the surface, drowning underneath. See, I learned early. Peace without power is a lie. Comfort without challenge is poison. Success without scars is fiction. They don't want the truth, because the truth is ugly. That's just my. It doesn't hold your hand. It punches you in the chest and asks if you're still breathing. But I took that punch, and I smiled. I embraced the war, because war means movement. It means growth. It means every broken bone becomes stronger when it heals. Every sleepless night, that was a lesson. Every betrayal, that was purification. I needed to burn to see who I really was beneath the skin. And what I saw wasn't weakness. It wasn't fear. It wasn't hope. It was hunger. Hunger to rise. Hunger to conquer. Hunger to become the thing they warned each other about. You don't get that kind of hunger from watching motivational videos. You get it by going to war with yourself, by staring in the mirror and saying, "No one's coming. Get up anyway. You tired? Keep going. You broken? Get stronger. You scared? Good. Use it. They want to manifest dreams. I want to bleed for mine. Because when blood hits the floor, when breath gets ragged, when the body is screaming and the mind is cracking, that's when I come alive. That's where most of them break. But that's where I begin. You want peace? Fine. Chase it. But don't get in the way of those of us built for the battlefield. Don't mistake our silence for weakness, or calm for surrender, because the war never ends.